always about the ooh or the ara or the oni-chan. Sometimes it's just about the kimachi.
Hello, and welcome to James, the Less Express Lane, where we get you in and out as fast as possible. I love messing around with face rig. Anyways, MangaDex got purged with hundreds of manga permanently lost on the site. Even unlicensed manga was taking a hit. Which brings to the question, why? Here's the thing. A lot of people respond with, well, just buy it. There's a manga I'm reading. Legally, you can only get up to Volume 10 a couple months from now. That's right, only Volume 9 is available. A couple months from now, Volume 10 will go live in English. It's finished. The manga's ended. The last volume to come out was Volume 14. Which means to wait legally to be able to buy it and read it, it's going to be 2026, maybe even 2027 before it gets translated and put on Amazon or whatever. To legally read it is going to take years. Or another manga does not exist. Physical, digital, nowhere does it exist in English. It only exists in Japanese, except for on MangaDex. I Sold My Life for 10,000 yen a year is one of the best stories I've ever read. Ever. And it does not exist legally anywhere in English. It barely exists in Japanese. Like, you can't even buy the Japanese version of it and try to use like Google Lens or whatever to translate it for you. It simply does not fucking exist. Except for on MangaDex. Until now. And another issue is, well, eventually some of it will get translated to English. Like, this will get translated to English eventually. Alright, great. 2 years from now, when it finally gets translated to English, after remember it fucking exists. But, what if it's not English? What if I'm Spanish, or French, or German, or Italian? Although, thankfully, a lot of those countries learn English because Americans are stupid and refuse to learn any other language but English. But let's say, well, I want to read it in my native German, or Italian, or French, or Spanish. Well, they're never going to make it in that language, sorry. Well, I guess I just don't get to read that manga ever. Because they're not going to translate it to German, or English, or Italian, or whatever. Again, like 10,000 yen a year, not been translated to English legally. Many others not been translated to other languages legally. Only on MangaDex and other websites did they exist, and now they're gone. And apparently Yuri Twitter is up in arms because Yuri manga got hit the hardest, I guess, from what I understand. Were they really hit the hardest, or was it just they noticed the most of what was being eliminated? I don't know, but it's absolutely fucking ridiculous that, hey, I want to read this. It literally does not exist in English legally. I'm an American. I'm not learning to read Japanese to be able to read a manga. Fuck, I'm barely able to speak English. So yes, it is just insane to think that. Now some manga I get like, well, this manga is fully available in English. Or, fine, or like the one I was reading, eliminate volumes 1 through 9. You can buy those legally. Guess who owns them legally on Kindle? This guy. But 10 has not been released yet. 11 has not been released yet. 12, 13, or 14 have not been released yet. So the only ways to read them was through MangaDex, because they literally do not fucking exist in English yet. So go ahead, eliminate 1 through 9, and then when 10 comes out, eliminate 10. Then leave up the ones that literally do not fucking exist yet. Or the 10,000 yen a year, or whatever. Leave it up. It literally does not exist in English legally. So while it's in English, it's gonna, what? It's gonna hurt sales? What sales? It literally does not exist in English. How can it hurt sales if it literally does not exist legally? If I cannot buy something how is reading it on MangaDex or downloading it or whatever going to hurt sales if it literally does not exist for sale? If there's a movie or a TV show that it does not exist on any streaming service, you literally cannot watch it legally, what sales am I going to hurt by downloading it or watching it off a pirate site? It literally does not exist legally for sale. What is it? The 28 years later is coming out, and you literally legally cannot watch 28 days legally. You literally cannot watch 28 days legally because it does not exist on any streaming site. Last I checked. Because when 28 years was announced, people were making fun of the fact that you could not literally watch the first one legally anywhere. Fucking hilarious. Have they corrected that since then? Maybe. Then again, maybe not. Maybe they went, you know what would be a great way to promote 28 years later? Having people watch the first two. What were they going to watch the first two? Well, you can watch 28 weeks later here. What about 28 days? Hope you bought it on VHS when it first came out and you still have a working VCR. Fucking morons. Again, I understand. Volumes 1 through 9 of the manga I was reading. They exist legally. I own them legally. So go ahead, eliminate them from MangaDex and others. And then when Volume 10 comes out, eliminate that. But the others, they literally, legally do not exist anywhere. So how am I supposed to read them legally if they don't exist? Come on, Japan. Tell me. Tell me how to read 10,000 yen a year legally in English. I can't. It literally does not exist. It does not exist. I went to Amazon and stuff trying to find, well, because again, you can download Japanese version, try to use Google Lens, kind of translate it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Can't even do that. Can't even do that. So I can't even buy the Japanese version legally. So how is taking down the English version of a MangaDex gonna help you? It's not like it was hurting sales, because there's literally, legally, no fucking sales of it. And it's so weird how that they decided to target certain ones, but not others. But not others. Because there's other manga, I can still read them. I can still read this one or that one. They still exist. And yet, suddenly, you take out My Dress Up Darling, you take out 10,000 yen a year for life, you take out 2.5 Dimension, you take out a bunch of others. Why? What was the point? Again, if it was ones that I could get legally, like Overlord. I own all the Overlord mangas. I also own and read the light novels, because I fucking love that anime / manga / light novel. Like, I own all of it. I've read all of it. So yes, if you wanted to remove that from MangaDex, I can understand, because literally in English, I can get it. But then maybe leave the Russian and the Portuguese or whatever versions that the manga and light novels not been translated into up. That would make sense. But like, all right, well, you can get this legally in English, so eliminate. You get this legally in Japanese, eliminate. You can't get it in Portuguese, leave it up. That I can understand. But they didn't do that. They just eliminated everything. Even if there's literally no legal way of getting it, which means having it on a site like MangaDex does not hurt sales, because you do not have it for fucking sale. Fucking morons. Alright, I've ranted and raved about this long enough. I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you for watching. As always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have one hell of a day. And yes, I do love playing around with face rig, making the hair bouncy. Can I make those bounce? Nope, terrible.